Hey guys, welcome back to another Everything I Like video. And yes, tomorrow is the day Rurouni Kenshin is going to premiere in Japan, and most likely it's going to premiere in the US as well. We just have to see, but tomorrow is the day. And boy, what a journey it has been. From the day they announced it, I was super excited. I remember it exactly. It was in September 2021 when they released that teaser trailer. From then on, it was just pure hype for me. So I can't believe we actually reached 2023 and it is going to be released tomorrow. This, for me, as I said before, it's been years. It's been years of something that I always wanted and I've been wishing for. And I can't believe it's actually going to happen. Let's talk about everything that's happened. There's been five trailers since. I've reacted to some of them. It's been so exciting watching these things being released. Like, I can't fathom the thought that, I've been watching trailers for Rurouni Kenshin, the anime series, thinking back to that time when, it was known as Samurai X and it was here in Trinidad and Tobago. And it just showed up on our TV screens and we just fell in love with Kenshin. It didn't have any social media back then, much less, the internet was now getting started up. But now it's kind of strange that, they're doing it again and we have all the internet and all the information and trailers. So we get to be a part of that journey and that experience and that hype, which is something I've truly enjoyed up to this point. And it's here. It's here. Rurouni Kenshin is going to premiere tomorrow. I've noticed that there's a lot of things that people don't know about Rurouni Kenshin anime because I've read the mangas up to a certain point. Well, up to the point it was supposed to end. So there's actually, back in the day, there were actually three arcs. So we had the Tokyo arc, the Kyoto arc, and Jinchu arc. Now, in the animated series, there that we got before, they only animated two arcs and the rest were fillers. So we had the Kyoto arc and right, the Tokyo arc and the Kyoto arc. And they never got around to animating the Jinchu arc, which us fans wanted for so many years. With this new anime series, they're following the manga accurately, and we're gonna get that Jinchu arc animated. In recent years, creator Nobuhiro Watsuki decided to create a fourth arc, which is called the Hokkaido arc. So, and that is still going on right now in Japan, and it's very popular, which is a good thing because once it's popular, most likely it's going to get animated. So, we're going to have more Kenshin. So, as long as this series does well, we're going to get a lot of Kenshin. So, we'll get the Kyoto arc, which basically they're going to start with. I mean, sorry, I keep saying the Kyoto arc. The Tokyo arc, then it will be the Kyoto arc, which would entail the story of Shishio, the Jinchu arc, which will entail the story of Kenshin's brother-in-law Inishi, and the Hokkaido arc, which I stopped reading when I found out they are going to do the new anime series. So I don't know much about it, which is good. So when they animate it, I can be surprised and I can enjoy it without knowing anything, which is the best way to me to watch anime. Like I said, there's a lot of things that a lot of people don't know, and I just explained the arcs there. You kind of get an understanding of the true the adaptation of Kenshin himself. Kyoto arc is where we have, the villains like Jinai, Aoshi, Rejuta, and Saito. So Saito is supposed to be the end of the Tokyo arc, and then we go into the Kyoto arc, which is Shishio. That entire arc is Shishio, and then the Inishi arc, which is the Jinchu arc. That is where Kenshin fights his brother-in-law, and Kenshin and Kaoru actually supposed to start a family. It ends there with his son. I think by now everybody knows from watching the reflections, which I'm going to get into. So there were the OVAs, which were Trust, Betrayal, and Reflections. Trust and Betrayal is, to me, considered a really good OVA because it adapted to the manga of Kenshin's past. The third one is where I have an issue where they killed Kenshin in the end due to some sickness, right? That is not accurate. That is not canon. So I suggest everyone just erase that that from their heads that had nothing to do with the manga. Even Nabuhiro Watsuki was kind of disappointed in that. And you also just forget about that reflections over your Kenshin does not die at any point in time in the storyline. Okay, so just erase that out of the way. We could kind of like get an understanding of the whole series itself. And now I want to jump into the anime series itself. So what we've been told is that we're going to have two executive cores, which means that usually with anime there's usually like 12 episodes to an anime, or usually it's like 12 episodes, and then like the second season they would go into another 12. But when they say two executive cores, means that it's going to run for like about 24 episodes. So for that first season, which would be the Tokyo arc, would be 24 episodes. So it's going to stop up to where he fights Saito, and Saito tells him that, he was testing him to fight Shishio. Shishio would obviously be the next season. For this season, we're going to have two executive cores, which means we're going to have like about 24 episodes, which is probably going to take us till like maybe September, not September, sorry, October, November, around there. So maybe even around, yeah, like in December, Christmas time, we would still be watching Kenshin. That would be good. So two executive cores, a lot of Kenshin to take in for the rest of this year. Super excited and super happy about that. There's another thing. The director himself of the series said that they wanted to create something different, but still keep the storyline similar to to the manga and what everyone knows. But this wrongs. There's going to be a lot of foreshadowing, meaning that you might see some references to Saito that or Shishio, which I think is really good. So you're going to be watching the episode and, hey, okay, so this is probably something that's going to lead up to Saito or Shishio. So within those few episodes, you're going to get, a different type of feeling compared to the first one. So it's good that they're doing that, so that when you're watching it doesn't feel exactly similar to the actual anime series. You're gonna be like, oh, okay, yeah, like, so that's really good to hear. He said also with the fight scenes, it's gonna be a lot more dynamic. He said he wanted to show a lot more movement. Everything's gonna be Kenshin sword techniques are gonna be a lot more impact. It's gonna show a lot more movement and more of that kind of like wind kind of like technique. Like when the sword is being drawn, it's gonna have more. You're gonna see more of that wind effect, the power of the drawing of the sword and stuff like that. So they're kind of showing that more to that kind of effect, and I'm super excited about that. That the fights are gonna be a lot more dramatic compared to like before in the older one. So I'm guessing it was all due to the budget and the animation at that time. But we would just see Kenshin move so fast that you just see a line across the screen, and then all the guys that he fought, all the men that he fought would just fall after. So you never really used to see any sort of movement. Only coming down to the later episodes, they started to improve on the animation. But it would be nice to see the animation and the movement early on in these few beginning episodes. So that's something to look forward to. And during this whole journey with Kenshin, I haven't been really blown away, to be honest, with the music that they've been releasing with the trailers or the OST itself, the score. I haven't been really blown away with anything yet. Um, it it's gonna be hard to top the original music from the anime series. I wish they kind of incorporated it, but we haven't heard much of it yet. I can't judge it yet. Let's give it a chance. But so far I haven't heard anything that's striking. But I'm an open mind. I'm just so happy that we have Kenshin. So maybe later on, as I'm watching the series, maybe the music would get better, because the music was a big part of Rurouni Kenshin. His theme, his Amakakiro, Hiromeki theme. Later on, when the music started to evolve, when he was fighting Shishu, those were timeless. Rurouni Kenshin was not just the anime itself and the story. The music made that show so good, so impactful. So we just have to hope that, the music is something that we all fall in love with as well. We have to go in there not and just kind of, go in there with an open mind and just watch and enjoy. And hopefully during the watching of all the episodes, we kind of fall in love with the music, and the music has a good impact on the scenes as well. So there's that. I'm just trying to just relay as much information and as much thoughts on this as possible within this video, because I'm just like so hyped right now for this to happen. It's like my thought process is like, it's like all these things in my head right now. But yeah, the fact is we're getting Kenshin, and I just wanted to, just come on here and just talk about everything that's happened so far. This video is basically, the journey towards Kenshin 2023, which is happening tomorrow. It's premiering tomorrow in Japan. And that brings me to the issue where I really thought that they would have, announced yesterday or the day before, when they attended the Anime Expo. They had an Anime Expo in Los Angeles, in the US. It's big Anime Expo where they had a panel with Kenshin, and I really thought that they were going to announce where it would be streaming in the US. Now in Japan, it's streaming on Hulu Japan, Netflix Japan, and Amazon Prime Japan. So I don't know if it's gonna just be released like maybe a week after on Netflix or Crunchyroll, because Crunchyroll is where all anime, where we watch all our anime. I watch all my anime there. And I don't know if Crunchyroll is gonna release it on July 6th, but they haven't been promoting it. From what I've been seeing, they haven't been, promoting Kenshin that it's gonna be released on July 6th. Animeplex has been doing that. They've had a page for Kenshin as well that every day they're counting down, and this is Animeplex US. So they've been counting it down, but they haven't been saying where it's gonna be streaming. So hopefully if it shows up on Crunchyroll tomorrow, I will definitely share the information with everyone on Facebook. But as of now, I am only seeing it on Netflix Japan. I've actually used a VPN on my iPad, and I went on the Netflix app, and there it was, Rurouni Kenshin coming on Monday, the Monday. So it premieres the Thursday, and then on the Monday it premieres on the Netflix Japan. That's where I've seen it there. They have it coming soon. So I really can't say for now, guys, where it's going to be streaming, but hopefully it is there on Crunchyroll tomorrow when you open up the app. Whoever watch it, if you watch anime on Crunchyroll, which I think you should be doing, yeah, hopefully it's there. Okay, guys, coming to you here from the future. Breaking news, right? So exactly tomorrow we officially have Rurouni Kenshin on Crunchyroll, and availability. You can see the United States, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, United Kingdom, Latin America, Caribbean, which is important. But yeah, so it's official. We have our streaming platform. It's Crunchyroll, July 6th, sub version. Boom! Yeah, I mean, like, let's hope this remake, it continues, that we get the proper story told on Kenshin, that they animate all the arcs, especially that Jinchu arc. I hope we get it. We reach to that point, and then by that time, hopefully, the Hokkaido arc, which is presently running in Japan right now, is finished, and they animate it. So this is a whole new era for Kenshin. This is Kenshin in 2023 for a whole new generation. Let's embrace it. Let's forget about the old anime. Yes, the old anime was so great, but let's embrace that. Let's embrace that we're getting Kenshin again. Let's be happy that we're getting Kenshin again, and let's hope that it's gonna be done right this time, where we get all the arcs animated. Forget about the music, forget about all the old things, just enjoy it. Just watch and enjoy it. Like I said before, I hope that Kenshin becomes popular with the new generation and that they love him as much as we did back in the day. And I'm so excited. I am really, really excited, guys. I can't tell you enough how excited I am to be watching Kenshin, a Kenshin remake in 2023. And I am so happy. And now that I have my daughter as well, I have introduced her to Kenshin, and she's like, Kenshin, Kenshin, Kenshin. She's always asking me for my Kenshin Android. If she sees me watching a trailer, she's like, Kenshin, Kenshin. She loves Kenshin. So I can't believe that, back in the day I was watching Kenshin as a teenager, and now I'm watching Kenshin as a father, and my daughter would be with me watching Kenshin. So it's truly amazing. I'm so happy, and I hope you guys are as excited as I am. And let's just enjoy it. So yeah, guys. So I'll see you on the next video. Peace.